the Box of Rock always makes me happy. And I'm here with the WDHA old friend, the one and only Joe Satriani. Oh, I'm so happy to see you.
I'm happy to be here. It's wonderful.
You look amazing. You got an amazing new record, which is out now, called Shockwave Supernova. Love it. Flavors, texture, feel, just fantastic. Joe, tell me a little bit about putting this collection of many, many amazing Satriani songs together.
Wow. Well, this, it's a concept record for me anyway, to get all these 15 songs to tell this crazy story about an alter ego of mine. I made it up. I don't really have one, but I thought it would
Which is amazing, because you're like this, I always know Joe to be this like super humble, quiet guy. He gets on stage, no doubt about it, he's a monster. But in life, you're like kind of like the quiet.
I'm chill. I'm laid back,
introspective guy.
Yes, that's right. But inside, Brewing is this crazy guitar player, and we have a bit of an argument. I'm forcing him to evolve into something better, and he states his case with each one of these 15 songs by saying, look at what I've brought you. Look at where I took you all these years. And then he realizes that I'm right in the end, and that's why we have the last song here called Goodbye Supernova, and he realizes it's time for him to go through this rebirth, and he does turn out really extra special, but you'll have to wait till the next record to find out.
And the record really is, it's like a journey, but again, as I've heard Joe say before, you don't necessarily have to listen to it all together as a journey, but such a beautiful piece of music. It's everything you love about Joe Satriani. It's feel, it's, the heavy stuff. He's got bluesy stuff on there. It's just absolutely incredible. So we ran a contest on WDHA where we had people submit questions that they wanted to ask you.
Great.
Which was great. Problem being is we had hundreds of questions, so we couldn't fit everybody in Studio D. So here's what I was thinking. In the Box of Rock, let's do a questions and cannoli with Joe Satriani, because Joe's Italian, full-blooded Italian. I'm 3/4 Italian. I know Joe likes cannoli. We had some with him last time he was here.
Yeah.
So we're thinking questions and cannoli with Satriani. You like it?
Yes, yeah.
All right, so I have some questions from our WDHA listeners. These are not my questions. These are their questions. And I felt that they deserved your attention. You ready?
Okay, yep.
Chris in Belmead wants to know, what is your favorite song to play live?
I will ask the Supernova the question. The answer is it changes every night. I got to say, I go through different moods. So let's say I walk on stage and I'm just like bursting with energy. It might be a song like Satch Boogie that I just want to push right to the edge. But maybe if I'm feeling a little introspective that day, it might be Flying in a Blue Dream,
Or The Crush of Love.
The Crush of Love, something that I can sort of dig my teeth into and get really emotive with. So yeah, it depends.
Okay. So Mitch in Hillsborough wants to know, as a guitar teacher, how do you feel about the impact your well-known students like Steve Vai and Kirk Hammett have had on contemporary guitar playing?
Oh, it's great. You have to imagine that that's what we dreamed about in a room not much bigger than this, giving lessons, the guys taking lessons, taking my advice, all dreaming about the same thing. One of us is going to make it. One of us is going to be able to spread the word, the guitar gospel. And so anytime one of us has an impact, we all cheer.
Yeah, carry that torch. Tim in Parlin wants to know, when writing a song, because Joe is, an instrumentalist, how do you actually come up with titles for songs?
The title usually comes to me just when I'm getting the inspiration for the melody or the chords or even the groove. I kind of know right away, this song is going to be about cannolis, right? And I kind of just stay focused on that. Look at that. You could write an opera about those two cannolis right there.
Rich wants to know. I like Rich's question a lot. He's from South Amboy, New Jersey. Since you make playing the most complex guitar leads look so effortless, which for you do you feel is the most challenging for you to play?
The most difficult things to play in general are the ballads. Usually, if I'm talking to guitar players, I'll make the analogy that a crazy song, if you're playing Surfing with the Alien, it's almost like you're driving a sports car and you're on an 8-lane highway, and you can kind of go wherever you want. There's lots of room for improvising. But if you're playing a song like Crying or Always With Me, Always With You, it's like you're in a big, beautiful cruiser, a bus, a tour bus, but you're on a 1-lane mountain road, and there's only one way to stay on the road. And that's because the music is the melody is being embraced so completely by the audience that you have to be careful not to screw it up in any way. And I'm not just talking about playing the wrong note, I'm talking about making sure you're playing it with the right inflection, the right tone, the timing's right, everything about your phrasing has got to be just perfect. So that seems to heighten that awareness of that moment, that everything is precious, every little sound you make is so important. And that really is the opposite of just freaking out playing with your teeth.
Yeah, right. It's like being Joe Pesci in Goodfellas, where you're like, rah, as opposed to being Robert De Niro, where you're like, hey.
I think I want to do a concept record. Joe Pesci of guitar. That would be great.
So everybody asking too about more chicken foot. Any chance? I know you had said that probably not, but is it something that the door is always open to? And I said, this is a question that people are always going to ask you, because the way that you guys connected with the fans on that project was probably more than you really ever thought. You didn't realize the demand would be so high. So maybe a chance for that?
I think so. 2 weeks ago, I was so depressed about it. I was thinking, it'll never happen. I just have to go find another band. And you know, I was hanging out. I saw Sam a couple of times between then and a few days ago, and I got inspired to write a different kind of a song. And I made a quick demo and I sent it out to the guys, and they all responded positively that they wanted to record it as soon as they could. So
Awesome.
I thought, okay, maybe that was the trick, just writing the right kind of song. And so I'm hopeful again, but you never know.
Never know. But the door is open.
The door is
and
open.
I think that's good enough, certainly good enough for the fans, and something to cross our fingers and look forward to. And Shockwave Supernova, so amazing. Congratulations on this great new record.
Thank you so much.
Questions and Cannoli with Joe Satriani. You ready? Grab your cannoli.
All right.
Get your cannoli.
Yeah, let's do this here.
You ready?
Okay.
And here's what we're going to do. We're going to give the old sort of like we're toasting. You ready? Cannoli toast. Courtesy of our friends at Calandra's
you.
Italian bakery, by the way. The best in New Jersey. Take a little bite. Ready? Tell me what you think. Go, right? Mmm. Questions and cannoli. Nothing better. Thank you, baby.
Thank you.